auditioning as an actor,
Hmm.
and I was given the role of the FBI agent working on the same case as human trafficking. And I thought it was fascinating. For this period of my life, for the past 3 years, I've been doing research and all about the cases of human trafficking all over the world. Is incredible. It's just so much of it that you can learn. And Secret Society is showing on Amazon. Secret Society 2 was showing on Amazon Prime, and Secret Society 3 as well. As
Right.
far is still Secret Society 2, I think you can find it on Tubi
Yeah.
as well, or in the website of Secret Society, the movie. Um, and that is also a very unique story as well.
Yeah, no, it certainly is, and you came in on the end of Secret Society 2 as an FBI, so your character was
Yes, because there were
revealed.
Secret Society, there was Secret Society 1, and then Secret Society 2, Secret Society 3.
Right, right. But your character revealed itself in the end of 2, I believe. You
Absolutely.
you
Yes.
played an FBI agent, and that carried over to the third installment of that film. Uh,
Yes.
and I have a clip. So this clip that we're going to show is an interrogation clip where you were trying to get an inmate to, reveal some things about the bad guy and
The big bad
the
guy.
big bad guy. So
And
let's see that clip.
You see, the man you helped escape from here, 4 years ago, I put him away with this girl's help. I believe he's looking for her, and we keep dropping bodies until one of them is hers.
That nigga told me his mom was dying, and he needed to be by her side. Ain't no shit about no damn killing spree.
I wonder how that defense will hold up in court when you're out as an accomplice to these murders and transferred to death row.
You say that like it's a motherfucking threat or something. My life been taken from me since the judge sentenced me to it for killing the man that was finna kill me.
How would you like an opportunity to reclaim your life? And save theirs.
You did a good job. It's always tough to talk to a convict that you're trying to get information to turn the evidence around. So this is the third installment, and I think it was released at the end of 2023.
yes,
Yeah.
December.
Right. And obviously, there was a cliffhanger on 2, and talk to me about Misha Coleman and the director Jamal Hill.
Oh, great.
They were great to work with.
Great, great people to work with, both directors.
Mm-hmm.
This is a novel that Miasha wrote, and she adapted to a screenplay. And Jamal, as a
Right.
director, is
Right.
wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful to work with.
Yeah,
I
I bet.
I was so honored to work with them, and it's really made me feel great. It's very professional, very
Yeah.
professional.
Yeah.
I'm not
No.
waiting
I
again.
Well, I tell you, is this going to be an ongoing series with this, or you think?
Everybody wants, the fans of Secret Society keep asking Yasha for a TV series, and let's see what happens. I don't know. I think they are preparing to do another film, I
Right.
guess, soon. I don't know what's going to happen, but definitely the concept of the film itself, of the novel, is
Right.
very interesting. Very interesting, especially for the moment that we are living right now, and linking to human trafficking as well. And I just hope that they'll continue doing something that people really want to watch.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the subject matter has captured, the audience, and with the third installment of the movie, I think, uh, it should carry the story on because the subject matter is important, and if it's a good script and the story is there, then I think they should produce it.
Absolutely.
It's easy for me to say, ever.
Yeah.
But what I want to talk about now is the meat and potatoes of why you're here tonight, because you authored your own book, Ever on the Edge, which I have here. And it's a great book. I read it. It's amazing. My God, you're such a classy woman, and what you've gone through in your life, you should be commended for, because from a little girl. I mean, you were a little girl that had to fight with the Castro regime and everything, and then I don't want to spoil it, but just a couple of side notes that your father was lost at sea, trying to escape from Cuba and Castro's regime, and he was a musician. You come from such a rich family of entertainers and you became an entertainer yourself, dancing, and that's how you got your in or your escape. So just tell us a little bit about it without spoiling the book.
Okay, this book I really dedicated to all the people that inspired me to write it. I never thought that I was going to write a book. I believe that everyone is a book itself. And if you want to write your story, you can do it. You can do anything you want in life, correct? But there were so many people asking me about, well, you should write a book about your life. You should write a book about your life. And I said on other interviews before, I know that everyone has a lot of challenges during the journey, and a lot of people have a very tough life.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what everyone saw on my story. So I continued listening and listening and listening for years.
Right, right.
And
What?
I just put it into writing. I just put it into writing because I felt like there was something that just woke on me. You have to do this. You just gotta do this. Whether was listening to everyone, I wanted to dedicate the book as well to my mother.
Yeah.
And I wanted to dedicate the book to my father, who lost his life for freedom. And I wanted to dedicate this book also to my dear friend Bob Gordon, who helped me to make the teaser.
Sure.
It's not anywhere to watch right now. It's on my website, but it was something that I accomplished.
Well, you got to get that out there because of your background, your adventurous background, and still today I see you surfboarding and doing your stuff in the ocean. It's incredible. You should really check it out. Her socials, but they call you a superwoman in the book. So at 17 years old, you're coming to America, and you're reaching the dream of what your father's quest was when he first came to America. But unfortunately, he perished. That must have been like crazy. That you actually came to America, you succeeded, and you saw his vision through, and you became the woman that you are today. Being in movies and like I said in my open with Julio Iglesias and traveling the world with him, I tip my hat to you. That's amazing. That's amazing.
George, I appreciate it. I appreciate you, and like I said before, I love your show, and I wish you the best. Thank you so much for this conversation.
Of course.
Yeah, my father, the little that I knew from him, his passion and his strength and his courage, there is something that I think I inherited, and it's one of the things that you got to pay attention to.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I think I pay
How,
attention to it the
right,
moment I put my foot in Mexico and I escape and I cross the border, like many Cubans are doing
right,
today.
right.
And that really came from the vision I always had since I was a little girl, and thinking about all the Cubans, not only my father, but all the Cubans that
Hmm.
still today are fighting for freedom.
Yeah. I mean, with you, you know, coming to America at a very young age and finding freedom and all that, it's such a heartbreaking story. But how long did it take for you to create? Did you have like a journal? Were you journalizing your life throughout, and then captured everything, and then made the book, or how long did it take?
Yeah, well, that's a very good question. Well, I have so much memory that I really didn't have a journal. I have gone through journals in my life, but specifically for the book,
I'm sorry.
I have so much memory about everything that
Oh,
happened to me since I'm a child. It was actually very easy to remember everything. Even my mother,
wow.
when she heard the whole entire book, it was written to her by her husband. They both read it together. My mother first thought was like, I cannot believe how much she remembers.
Yeah.
I love doing things naturally. I love
Right.
doing things naturally and honestly, and I just I didn't have anything written. I just remember every single thing, because when you go through so much in your life, I mean, how can you forget about all the events that
Right.
meant so much to you? You know, it's
Right.
only
Right.
one life. You have to, you know, look back and remember when
Right.
they're
No,
very
and
they're
you
very
know.
significant. They're very significant. How can you forget? How can you forget?
Exactly. Well, a dramatic, you know, situation in your life, it sticks with you, and especially that. I mean, that's not, you know, you're not going to the grocery store. You're coming to America. I mean, it's going to stick with you for the rest of your life, and where you were, and who you saw, and how it all took place, and so you know, it's obviously, and not to get too political with you, but it is a hot topic in today's society with the border crisis and everything. Um, just tell me your thoughts on stuff like that. What we're seeing with what's happening to our country. You are an American citizen,
Yes.
and so, but the way you came in was a little different, where people are coming into our country now, are crossing the border at will, and you know, with a country, you got to have strong borders, and so, and not to again not to get too political, but what's your thoughts on something like that since you crossed the border?
Well, it's the only way. Uh, is that way or no way, unless there is way to come. My father tried to escape on a raft.
Right,
Um, a lot of people, you know, from Haiti, other places, try to also jump on a raft, or on what they can find or what they can make.
right.
You know, uh,
But I guess what I'm asking,
it's one planet, planet
yeah,
Earth.
no, absolutely.
George, let me talk.
Okay.
Thank you. There is planet Earth, correct? I
Yes.
mean, if you want to have freedom in the only life you have to live, you have to fight for it. And what are the avenues out there to fight for it? It's like crossing the border. So
Right.
it's pretty simple.
Yeah, it's very simple, and there's a lot of people doing it, and it's changed a lot of things in our country. But you know, it gave you success, and you took it full throttle, and I tell you, I'm really impressed with
Oh,
what
the American dream.
it really is.
Look at you right now. Okay,
it's the American dream.
So you can do it. I mean, there's people cannot do that in Cuba.
Exactly. See, when
They
you
don't have the human. They don't have the human rights
right,
even to
right.
do what they want, or just like get their passport and say, "Bye, I'm gonna go to Italy."
And
You know,
that's right.
I
Yeah,
want to eat pizza in Italy. We can't do that.
exactly. I mean, you know, I I can just imagine, you know, living in an oppressive regime like that Fidel had, and with his people. I can just imagine, you know, what you went through with your family. Your family is still there, or is that right?
It's part of my family that is in Miami, and that is part of my family
Oh, okay.
that is still in Cuba, like my
Okay.
mother.
Yeah. It's incredible, and the book is incredible. Ever on the Edge.
George, did you read it?
Yes, of course I read it. Come
The whole book?
on, the whole book from cover to cover. Yeah, no, it's a great book. It's a great read, and it's, you know, you have some pictures in there too of your journey of when you were a little kid and all that, and your parents. It's really a nice read too, because it's you know, when I was reading it, I really understood you better, and what you went through. You know, I wouldn't wish that on anybody, but you know, seeing you on the other side now, that how you've grown up to be a beautiful woman like yourself, and being in the movies and doing your thing. Oh my God, that's crazy. And but now you're a producer, and you have a couple of projects that you're working on. Adios a Cuba is one of them. It's a documentary about this subject matter that you're, you know, Cubans that are leaving Castro's regime. Can you talk about that a little bit, or is it?
Absolutely. Adios a Cuba. Goodbye to Cuba in English. It will be the second part of A New Dawn. A New Dawn was a documentary about Cuban immigrants that left Cuba when Castro took over,
Mm-hmm.
and have to completely leave everything behind. Family, businesses, houses, everything was taken away from them.
Hmm.
And this new documentary, Adios a Cuba, Goodbye to Cuba, it will be the second part of the New Dawn, but with the seniors and the elderly.
Oh, the elders, yeah.
The youngest one is about 88 years old.
Wow.
And their stories are
Yep.
fascinating. And we don't want them to get lost out there. This documentary is going to be directed by award winner director Manny Soto, that also was the director of A New Dawn. And it's just, their stories are incredible.
Wow.
Incredible. And we don't want these stories to be lost out there,
No.
because they are so significant. And with their story, you can see the courage, the strength, and what Cubans really have to endure is unbelievable.
Yeah. No,
Just
like you
unbelievable.
said, you know,
And
when
the
you're
other project that I'm also an associate producer and I'm very excited about to start is Waiting on Zapata Street. It's
right.
a novel
That's another
by
one, yeah.
Cuban author Betty Villamontes that has been adapted to a screenplay by Manny Soto as well, who is incredible writer, also award winner director, and it's going to be directed by Lilo Villaplana. Lilo Villaplana is also another incredible.
Okay. Yeah, no, it actually won a winner of the 2018 Latino Books into Movies Award. I never knew there was an award for that, but it won that award. That's great, and that just, you know, it's just a handshake of taking a project like that surrounding itself with people like yourself as a producer and a great director. The story it writes itself, right? So I mean,
Yes.
between Adios a Cuba and Waiting for Zapata, right? Again, I don't speak Spanish.
Zapata.
Zapata,
Say there's waiting
waiting
on Zapata Street.
Zapata Street, waiting on Zapata Street. See?
Waiting on the bravo. Waiting on Zapata Street.
I could speak it, but no, I can't.
Yeah. So I was
I
saying,
can't.
no, you can do it. You can do it. You know, you can do it.
Ah,
I was saying that this Waiting on Zapata Street is a fascinating story. It's a true story of the author. And the director, Lilo Villaplana, is an amazing Cuban director that specializes to bring to the world the stories of us Cubans. And I don't know if you got any chance to see Plantadas or Plantados, the film.
no.
I mean, it's incredible. Incredible.
Are these going to be produced to go into festivals for?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
I'll Adios a Cuba and Waiting on Zapata Street.
Well, you're gonna have to keep me, keep me abreast of what's going on, and if we can have you back on to plug the movie.
I would love to. I would love to. You know, I think the world of you.
Oh, stop it! Thank you very much. That's very nice of you. I think a world of you too, Ever. So you have this Ever on the Edge that is kind of not streaming, but it's on. You can find it on YouTube. Are you going to be?
No, it's not on YouTube. It's not on YouTube.
Oh, it's on your website.
You can see the teaser. You can see the teaser trailer on my website, everontheedge.com or on everlaynborges.com. You can watch it.
Yeah, we'll put up the socials for you, and we can put up the socials and see if.
And you can find my book on Amazon.
I'm sorry?
Spanish,
Yes,
you can find my book on Amazon.
On Amazon.
In Spanish and in English, Ever on the Edge, and in Spanish, Siempre en el Límite.
Yeah, no, it's a great read, like I said, Ever, and I'll tell you, having you on the show after 3 years it's full circle now. I started in COVID, like I said, and having you back on and seeing what you've done and what you accomplished, and what you're going to accomplish. This is, again, just a start for you. You got your you're adventurous and your book, your author, you're producing. You got it all going on there, girl.
Exactly. Well, that's what life is about, isn't it? Creating, recreating.
Life, yes. Life is about creating.
George, I cut my hair. Did you see? I cut my hair.
Yes, and is it straighter now? It's before it was a little curlier, but.
George, I had my hair straight in your interview. What are you talking about? You man, you not anything. Oh my God.
It. Well, no. Look, Ever, you're such a wonderful guest to be on Buzz Talk Live once again, and I can't thank you enough for stopping in tonight and sharing your life with us. And please, everyone, go out to Amazon and buy her book, Ever on the Edge. It's a great read, and you'll be happy that you read it. It's like a coffee table book. You read it with a cup of coffee, and you find out what Ever is doing. And so I can't thank you enough, Ever. Thank you so much for stopping in tonight.
Thank you, George. Besos.
All right. Adios.
Adios.
Adios. Oh, man. That was great. Ever was amazing, as always. And she's really knocking it out of the park, doing what she does in producing films and authoring books. So please find her on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on on all the social medias. She posts these wonderful, adventurous things that she does, jumping off buildings, and oh my God, it's crazy. But go check her out. Well, folks, that's all for tonight on the Buzz Talk Live show. Please join us again for another Buzz Talk Live. Good night, America.